From IBM TV, International Broadcast Media, this is your report from Washington. There are 49 days left until the presidential election. Today, Trump will be hosting Israel, the UAE, and Bahrain at the White House for the signing of diplomatic deals between the three nations. Trump is touting this as peace in the Middle East, even though these nations were never at war. Next, the Trump administration can end humanitarian protections that have allowed hundreds of thousands of people from El Salvador, Nicaragua, Haiti, and the Sudan to remain in the United States, a divided appeals court ruled on Monday. An appeal of this ruling is expected. On the money trail, Monday, the Trump campaign canceled at least $2.5 million worth of advertising that was planned for Iowa, Ohio, and Nevada. This comes on the heels of canceled ads in those states, as well as in Arizona, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, all in a further sign of the Trump campaign's dwindling cash balance. For his part, Joe Biden is making his first trip to Florida as a Democratic presidential nominee. Biden will hold a roundtable with veterans in Tampa before marking Hispanic Heritage Month with an event in Kissimmee near Orlando. The visit comes as some Democrats worry that Biden's standing among Hispanics is slipping in a state where they make up nearly 1/5 of the eligible voters. On the money trail with Biden, after filling up the bank account with $364 million in August, Biden is pouring tens of millions of dollars into ads airing in battleground states. The focus of the new ads are competent leadership, highlighting Trump's failures for the last year marked by COVID, social unrest, and economic decline. In other news, from the not-so-fast column, the government could still shut down. There is a new fight over the continued funding of the government. At issue is the length of the proposed continuing resolution. Republicans prefer a CR that runs only through December. That could give them more power to push their own priorities if they were to lose control of the White House in November. Democrats want the CR to run through January so that a potential Joe Biden administration could work with them on their priorities. Also, we may have a heartbeat. Bloomberg reports today that a 50-member group of House Democrats and Republicans will release a $1.52 trillion COVID relief stimulus plan Tuesday in a long-shot attempt to break a months-long decade on providing relief to the pandemic-battered U.S. economy. The Problem Solvers Caucus plan is to be announced at an 11 a.m. news conference and has been developed for weeks with the knowledge of the White House and leadership from both parties. Next, dining out may not be as safe as we once thought. A new report by the Center for Disease Control states that people who dined out recently were twice as likely to test positive for the COVID-19 virus. Dr. Anthony Fauci said he won't be eating at restaurants either indoors or outdoors. And in a further sign of the year that is 2020, Taco Bell will be serving its own branded wine in Canada. In business, global stock markets were mixed Tuesday after Wall Street rose on a flurry of corporate deals and China's economic activity improved. London opened higher while Shanghai and Hong Kong gained. Tokyo declined and Frankfurt opened lower. U.S. stock futures also gained. Finally, the current COVID death toll from Johns Hopkins University is over 194,536 American souls lost and 928,576 global souls lost with no end in sight. That is your report for this day, September 15, 2020, from IBM TV, International Broadcast Media, smart television for a smarter global community, from dictatorships to democracies around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I'm Bill Trezevant.